Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Insecure Season 3, Episode 4, Fresh Like, you guys. So I think I understand what is happening on Insecure. They've changed up the style of the show a little bit and decided to focus pretty much 100% on Issa, which is why it feels a little different because Issa already is an awkward type of character, and then so it feels like the whole show is pretty much awkward. It is Issa and Molly, but for some reason it seems very much more focused on Issa. So I think we just gotta switch channels, you guys. It's a lot more understated, but I still am very much enjoying the show. It's just different. They're trying to weave this story, so we just have to really be patient with what they're trying to say. Hang on in there. Now Mirror Bitch is back, alright. That is from the old Issa, her Lawrence days. And Mirror Bitch is with her in her new apartment. She's moved in. Daniel's helped her get her few little boxes in, and that's it. You know, Daniel a little salty. When she's just sort of like, thank you for everything and bye. Just like Bondi said, does that mean that Issa and Daniel is over? I was like, no, I don't think it means that they're over. I think that they're over for now until Issa might need him again. But it did feel a little finalized when he walked away. Even when Molly bumped into him out there, Molly don't like him too much. He don't seem like Molly is his favorite as well. But Molly goes in there and, oh, girl, it's really nice. It's a cool place. And Issa's unpacking her boxes. And Molly's brought her some housewarming gifts. A little roll-up bed, so she ain't just sleeping directly on the floor. I said, damn, she don't even have a bed anymore? Like, what happened to all her furniture? I guess she had to get rid of it when she didn't have nowhere to put it. A little cactus plant and a bottle of Hennessy. And you know what? This is a fresh start. Brand new bitch is back. And Issa was like, no, we not doing brand new bitch. Because every time I try to be brand new bitch, something wrong happens. So let's just keep it at a fresh start. All right, fresh start. Okay, Molly helping her unpack and starts looking through her shit. Okay, she got all of this crap in there from, back when she was with Lawrence, and Molly was just like, okay, if you want a fresh start, then you need to get rid of this mess. And Issa still is kind of hesitant to let that stuff go. But hey, she is the property manager, right? All right, well, it's a knock at the door, and it's one of her old ghetto-ass neighbors, okay? You the property manager, right? Okay, it's squirrels in the wall. Okay, and they having babies. Issa was like, what you want me to do? She was like, come handle it. Okay, all right, Issa, that's your job. Go handle it. But later on, when she gets back in her room, she's looking through her stuff, and she was just like, oh, how would I get rid of this? She find her book, her old rap book from when she was in high school, where she would write down her thoughts and old CDs and, just a whole bunch of stuff going down memory lane. And she's not really ready to get rid of that stuff, okay? She's actually appreciating old Issa back then, okay? Girl, you were so simple back in the day, weren't we all? Now jumping over to Molly, she's at work and she's in a meeting with her colleagues. She's trying to make some sort of substantial contribution to the meeting, but nobody will let her. When she wants to talk about one case, the girls over on the other side overtalk her. And when she's trying to help, give her opinion on another case, old boy sitting next to her, he got all of the answers, overtalks her and everything. Again, Molly doesn't get a word in edgewise. I'm looking at them at the table and I was like, ooh, Molly, I hope you ain't made enemies out of these people at this table. She is a lawyer and it is a highly competitive job. I'm sure everybody is trying to make partner, trying to make a name for themselves, but I was just like, ooh, Molly, this wasn't good to get in there and immediately don't nobody like you. After the meeting is over and she sees the girls over on the side talking, she goes over there and she's just trying to feel them out and see how they feel about, what just happened in that meeting. When they give her a break, they was like, what, don't worry about old boy. They did not teach modesty at Morehouse. And Molly was like, okay, damn, I thought I was tripping. Like, okay, he just talked all over her. So, you know what, she's found some solace in the girls at the office. I said, okay, good, Molly. They haven't written you off totally. And then at Issa's job, she's still kind of lurking on that other organization's website. She wants to apply for that job. I said, girl, go on and do it, okay? But while she's sitting there, Frida comes up and she says, you know what? I talked to the big boss and she's let you go back out into the field, and Issa's like, good. This is exciting. That's what she wanted, right? Frida did speak up for her and, Issa's thankful. So Frida says, maybe we can talk a little bit later about, some things that they need to discuss. Issa goes on her lunch break, though, goes over to this taco stand, and who should she bump into but Nathan? Y'all remember Nathan? That's the cutie. You guys reminded me that he was a brother from How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, he looked a whole lot even finer in this, in this show. I was like, oh, he is something nice, child. He's there at the taco stand. Okay, just happened to be in the area, I suppose. You know, she spoke so highly about it. You know, he might as well come over here and try it as well. Remember, they was talking about how bomb the tacos was there. When he at first saw Issa, he made her drop her taco. So he orders her up a new taco, orders his shit, and all the while complaining about LA, okay, because the taco stand tells him that it's going to be an hour before the tacos is ready. And he was like, see, this is some old bougie ass LA mess. What about your city? All right. And she was just like, well, she can show him around. I can show you better than I can tell you. So, because we got y'all is right over there in Leimert Park anyway. You know, she was like, we can walk down to the mall, or we can walk here, or we can go to Leimert Park. So she takes him over into Leimert Park, and she was telling him how it's black businesses, you know, it's restaurants and little boutiques and art stores, barbecue places. And he was like, oh no, you know, LA folks don't know shit about no barbecue. I'm from Houston. That's where they do it right. She was like, so you're not gonna keep on talking about my damn city. But you can tell that she's having a good time with him, okay? He asked her about the neighborhood where Training Day was filmed, and was that around where they were? And she was like, no, that's the jungle. And he was like, he would like to see what's over there. All right. Now, right when he's telling her that, she gets a text message from Frida, said, you know what, I want to meet with you at about 3 o'clock so we can talk about yada, yada, yada. Issa sees that, and then she's looking at this fine ass man who wants to go sightseeing. She calls Frida and says, you know what, Frida, I'm not feeling well. I'm just going to rest for the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Because she got to take Nathan to the jungle. So they go to the jungle, and it's so funny. They walking down the middle of the fucking street. I was like, you know, it's sidewalks, but something tells me the sidewalks was so tight, you know, that they wasn't able to get the crew down there. Whatever. But anyway, they walking down the street, and, you know, she's just talking to him, and they do a little version of Truth or Dare, you know, and she's all like, truth. And he says, well, you know, what was your last relationship? And she says, well, I was in a relationship for 5 years. We broke up recently. You know, she cheated. Okay, he didn't deserve it. Nobody really does. You know, she's feeling kind of guilty. He was like, oh, you know, people do things. You know, we all have our shit. He tries to let her off the hook. Don't feel so bad about the shit you make. People make mistakes. Okay, she's still showing him the city. He was like, did you grow up over here? And she was like, no, I grew up in the hills. Okay, over in Baldwin Hills. That's where she's from. I think Angeles Vista / Baldwin Hills, which is like a, you know, affluent area of black people. Actually is becoming quite gentrified over there, as you will see later on in the show. But anyway, she grew up in Baldwin Hills, so, you know, he wants to go over there. She's gonna take him over there to see where she grew up. So she takes him to her old home, and it's a nice big Spanish style home that's very popular in Los Angeles. And he was like, oh, so I see how y'all was doing it. Okay, high on the hog. And she was like, no, it wasn't really like that. My parents worked really hard to get this place. Okay, and then as soon as we got our swimming pool in the backyard, then her parents divorced right around when she was 16, so they had to move. They didn't even get to enjoy the damn pool as much as they would like to. So then, Truth or Dare, let's go on back there and look at the pool. I said, Issa, girl, now this still Los Angeles. Don't let you, let this nigga get your ass in trouble now. You tripping. But she's feeling spontaneous, and you know, them damn mesmerizing eyes of Nathan, child. I guess she couldn't help herself. So they open up the side gate and go in the backyard, and then she dares him to take a swim in the pool naked. All right, so he take off all his clothes, and then he dare her to do the same. Okay, so she take off all her clothes, jumps in the pool, so they in the pool talking. It's the middle of the day in Los Angeles. You guys in these people's backyard, no fucking clothes on. Okay, what are you thinking? But she's in the moment. She's enjoying herself with him. She tells him about a little stage, says that that's where she used to perform when she was younger. You know, they used to have a good time back there in the backyard. And he was like, what kind of performing did you do? And she's like, I used to rap back in the day. She's like, as a matter of fact, I still kind of do. And he was like, that's what's up. Like, oh, you know, interesting. And when she wants to try to find out some stuff about him, he's kind of closed-mouthed about it. She's like, so I'm telling you all my shit, and you ain't telling me nothing. So So then he kind of opens up and lets her know that he lost everything in the hurricane in Houston, and he just decided, you know what, it's kind of time to just change up the atmosphere, change up the scenery. He just got to do something different. So he just moved on to Los Angeles. And she was like, you know what, I feel the same way about my job. Okay, it's just time to shake some shit up. And he was like, yeah, you need to do that. Okay, that's why I don't do long relationships. Like, I can't be stuck in one place. You know, I got to be somewhere where I'm able to grow and be somebody. And the girls in Houston, they just don't seem to be that way. They all want to stay there. So he had to go. Okay, so he didn't put a little something for Issa to think about. Issa wants to do more music. She wants to work in the field that she's most passionate about. And he says, well, shake the shit up then. And right when they get close enough and look like something might go down, then the people that own the property is like, call the police. Okay, somebody in the damn pool, and they not black. Okay, gentrification at its finest. Now, jumping over to Molly, we see Molly at her psychologist's office, and Molly is going on about being at that job and how, you know, she's tired of being talked over. She's never able to say anything. Now she's over here and she got to fight for position that ain't nobody giving her. And that's exactly why she left her old firm, because she tired of being talked over. It's some kind of pecking order and she don't appreciate it. The therapist says, well, instead of complaining about you just getting there and you can't say nothing yet, how about you try to be more helpful? Offer your services to the people. Let them know that you open to things so that they can accept you. And Molly says, well, you know what? I'm not really trying to be helpful. Fuck. You know, after Dro, I'm just more interested in doing shit that's going to get me somewhere. Okay, get me to the place where I need to be. And the therapist was like, who's Dro? Molly was like, oh, I didn't tell you about him, did I? No, you did not. But she goes on and takes her therapist's advice, okay? And she's at work and she sees the girls talking, and she walks up to them, hey, you know, and if you guys need any help on such and such case, just let me know. And they're like, you know, we appreciate that, okay? It's going to be a lot of looking over files and just trying to check, you know, this, that, and the other. But, yeah, if you could do that, that would be helpful. And Molly says, I definitely can. All right. So, again, her and the girls look like they have made some sort of connection. Then Issa and Nathan go back to the taco stand to pick up his tacos. Okay, I guess they've been gone a little bit longer than an hour. Okay, the shit is probably cold as fuck. Well, Issa says, well, I have a microwave. That's about all she got at her place. I wouldn't even have invited nobody to my house. I mean, I know we trying to keep it real, but no. I'm not fixing to invite you in there to come sit on some fucking boxes. But she feeling open. She feeling free. So they go back to her place and he heats up the taco and they sitting on the boxes, and you know, he don't want to admit it, but them tacos is bomb, right? Just like I told you. She gets a text message from Tiffany. They going to Coachella. Tiffany didn't set up the Airbnb, so it's all good. Okay, so that's going to be happening next week probably. But, yeah, her and Nathan having such a good time. They so close. They talking and everything. Next thing you know, they kiss. And I was like, ugh, not with the shrimp and salmon taco mouth. Like, what the fuck? I mean, nigga ain't even, did he have something to wash it down with? Child, you know when shit is on TV. I mean, you know, I guess that's some shit you do with your long-standing boo. But, you know, if I just met you and I ain't real sure anyway, then you got a mouthful of, you know, chewed up food stuck in your... Anyway, while they kissing, there's a knock at the door. Yeah, child, if that little boy didn't look like the Martin character, what was his name with the snotty nose? You know, he's knocking at the door and he telling Issa, my mama said that you changed the locks at my place. And Issa was like, but I didn't. And then you hear the mama in the background say, yes, she did. The little boy is looking in there. He see Nathan. He's like, ooh, what you guys in here doing? Okay, eating tacos, sitting on the box, kissing. Little nosy nigga been looking through the window. So Issa closes the door on him. And Nathan was like, okay, I guess that was my cue. It's time for me to go. All right, so he gets up and he's leaving out, and when he opens the door, okay, there go the little nigga still at the door. He was like, my mama said for me to wait. Next day at work, Molly blows it. The girls was like, hey, you know, we thinking about meeting tonight so we can go over the case and, you know, just make sure that we crossing our T's and dotting our I's. And Molly was just like, oh, yeah, okay, tonight is not really a good night. She's kind of hesitating. And then when the boss calls her into the office, they were just like, oh, okay, you said you wanted to help. Now all of a sudden when we need it, you don't really want to give it. So it looks like that window of opportunity has closed. Okay, and the girls is kind of shutting Molly off, and I was like, mistake, Molly, got to learn how to play the politics. And then lastly, we see Issa, and she's getting ready to leave for work and looking like a brand new Issa. Okay, she sees the box of shit from her past and she gathers it all up and she puts it in the trash can. Okay, fresh start, remember? So she takes it on to work and she's sitting in her, cubicle and she's looking around and is this what Issa still wants? Frida walks up to her and is like, how you feeling? Issa's like, what? You got to remember your lies, child. She's like, oh yeah, I'm feeling much better. Frida was just like, oh, well, I still want to talk about so-and-so. And Issa's like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And Frida was like, you can't do what? And she's like, I can't do this. Okay, I'm quitting. I was like, okay, now when we said, Issa, it's time to apply for new jobs, maybe it would have been better if you had another job lined up first and then quit. Okay, now it could definitely work out for Issa, but considering her dire straits, maybe this ain't the best way to handle it. Like, is that just me as a Capricorn being very precautious? Like, I can't see myself quitting one job and not having another. But some people will say, that will force you to do what you need to do to make it happen. But you guys know that there's a 50-50 chance that the shit will happen for you. So I was just like, girl, you better than me. So she quit and she walks out the door and she seems to be quite pleased with herself, happy that she has left that place. Hopefully that new place will hire her because fuck, you can't even get unemployment if you quit. So let's hope that Issa got a plan in place. Okay, go on to Coachella next week and then I guess you're going to have some shit to figure out, girl. All right, rock stars, that's it. Let me get off of here because Maury about to come on. I want to go up there and watch it. That's my guilty pleasure, child. I love that show. Anyway, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. Happy Labor Day to all of the rock stars out there. Hope you guys are enjoying your day off as you contribute to American society as a worker. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.